All right, folks. So we just watched the Dokkan announcement video for the Part 2 LRs. So this is just going to be a breakdown, a recap of what we watched. If you guys want to watch the raw reaction, I do have the live stream up on the channel, so go check it out. But for now, I'm going to do a more abbreviated version of this in video format because some of you might not have been around for the live stream because it was really late. It was 3 in the morning for me in California. People on the East Coast were just waking up, maybe. I mean, it's such a stupid time, but you know what? We're gonna have to get used to this because the future of Dokkan, with the merger taking place, this is probably going to more likely be the norm. So for those of you who are global players who don't like how late this is, get used to it. We can't have it both ways. If you want the versions joined up, we're gonna have to deal with these crazy weird times for different things. Also, banners will likely be releasing later. But anyway, let's take a look at the Part 2 LRs. If you don't already know, if you can't tell from the thumbnail, it's gonna be Sword of Hope Trunks, and it is going to be Future Gohan Super Saiyan. Yes, no Goku Black. That is correct. You might be wondering, why, Toon? Why would they do this to us? Well, that's the decision that they decided, and you know what? A lot of people are now kind of hoping and praying that there's a Part 3 banner. I don't know if that's going to happen, but never say never. So let's just go through what these units do. I will play the animations at the end of the video. I want to start off by just showing you what the units do because that's the main reason probably why you're here. So let's start by taking a look at the Trunks. The Trunks is a super physical unit. So this guy is a time traveler's lead, ki +3, 200%. And then for his super attack, raise attack and defense for 1 turn, causes colossal. For the 18 ki, raises defense permanently, greatly raises attack for 1 turn, causes mega colossal. And then for his passive, by the way, these are both carnival units. This is a double carnival Part 2. This is not a joined banner. We don't know for sure if this is going to be joint or not. This is just the image that they gave. But keep in mind that they did the same exact thing for the 8-year anniversary, and these, as we know, were separate banners. So this does not mean that they're going to be joint up. So maybe that's even worse, but still. Now for the passive, entrance animation, once only, ki +3 launches an additional attack that has a great chance of becoming a super attack for 4 turns. Ki +3 attack and defense +150, plus an additional attack +100 when performing a super attack, plus an additional ki +1 up to 5, defense +10 up to 50 with each attack performed. Reduces damage received by 10% within the same turn with each super attack performed up to 30, plus an additional attack +100 and launches an additional attack that has a great high chance of becoming a super attack as the second or third attacker in a turn. Launches an additional attack that has a high chance of becoming a super attack starting from turn 5 from the start of battle. So a lot of conditions here. You have to get those additional supers going to give him maximum resilience. I'm not a big fan of this, but this is sort of similar to the AGL Kale Dokkan Festival that Global just received recently before the 8-year anniversary. So this is the pre-standby version of the Sword of Hope. There is more. So here is the standby. Oh wait, this is the standby. Stands by for 4 turns during which the charge count increases by 1 per attack performed by allies. So this is not based on orb collection like you might be used to. This is based on combo. So basically, however many attacks you launch, that is what's going to fuel the charge gauge. So this is functioning a little bit differently. So in terms of a different build, a different mechanic, this is different, and I kind of like that. So this now encourages Team Additional to really kick into high gear. So if you've got a bunch of units with high additional, they are probably going to do well. And this actually kind of brings to mind the AGL LR Trunks, Future Gohan and Trunks. They could launch a bunch of supers with their abilities, so that will actually help with something like this. And then, actually, wait, they're not time travelers, though. But a unit like that, or AGL Royal Blue Vegeta, or something like that. You know, units that have the ability to launch a bunch of attacks. This can be done from turn 5 from the start of turn. And then, okay, so now when we get into the standby mode, he actually has an attack, an ultra super attack, and a passive. This is not like other standby units, the ones that we've had so far, where they just like shut down offensively and they're just stall tactics. These guys, this one actually does something. So in standby, raises attack and defense, causes colossal, raises defense, greatly raises attack for 1 turn, and causes mega colossal. So this is what the unit does in standby, which is exactly the same. And then we've got this. So the unit even has a full-on passive. So unlike Spirit Bomb Z, where the Goku just defends or Vegeta, no, Goku, whoever, just tanks and defends, this guy actually does stuff. Ki +12, attack and defense +200, plus an additional attack +150 when performing a super attack. It launches an additional attack that has a great chance of becoming a super attack, and reduces damage received by 50% for 1 turn at the start of the turn. Guards all attacks and launches an additional attack that has a great chance of becoming a super attack as the first attacker in a turn. Launches an additional super attack with 5 or more key spheres obtained. Randomly changes key spheres of a certain type to rainbow. So this is what the unit's going to do in standby. So he is still very much alive and active. He is still firing away. And, you know, the more attacks you launch, the more you can fuel that finisher, which then becomes this. So based on your charge count, when you have a charge count of 1 or more, so you can use this whenever you want, raise attack by 50% temporarily per charge count and causes super ultimate damage to the enemy. So this is a much bigger amount of a payoff than it is for the Spirit Bomb Z, or the Spirit Bomb Z. But that's because the nature in which you are building up this charge gauge is different. So that's why the numbers are going to be different. But we'll have to ultimately see when we get the data download what the units do. That is going to determine how strong this unit can actually be. But I think once the standby mode is in effect and you're launching attack after attack after attack, this guy's actually pretty decent. But I think the general concern is how the unit is built pre-standby, because there's a lot of conditions here. If you can get those supers, you'll be good. If you don't, that can be a bit of a problem. So let me know in the comments what you guys think about that unit's build on a scale of 1 to 10. Obviously, save your final judgment for the actual unit's release when you see them in action, either via showcase or data download. That's when you'll know for sure. Now let's take a look at the Gohan. We will play the animations at the end of the video, like I said. This is what the Gohan looks like. And yep, big shocker, it is not Goku Black, which, to be fair, I'm also bummed about that. But I have to tell you guys, I am a huge fan of History of Trunks. It is, in fact, my favorite movie/special. So, you know, I have a vested interest in this unit. Also, this is a Dokkan original, because you never see this in the movie. And I gotta admit, on stream, I teared up watching this animation, which we'll get to in a minute. Let's take a look at what the unit does. So let's skip all the animations for now, and let's take a look at what the guy does. He is a Future Saga Key +3 200% leader skill. So yeah, I was actually kind of surprised. I was kind of hoping for a hybrid Saiyans 200%, but anyway, Future Saga Key +3 200%. Let's take a look at the attacks here. So greatly raises attack and raises defense for 1 turn. Both are temporary. Causes ultimate damage. Massively raises attack and greatly raises defense for 1 turn. Again, temporary. Causes mega colossal damage to the enemy. For the passive, this unit is actually looking pretty beefy. Activates entrance animation. Key +5 reduces damage received by 40% for 5 turns from the start of the turn. Key +3 attack and defense +158, plus an additional key +1 up to 5. Attack and defense +20 up to 100 with each attack performed. Reduces damage received by 20%, plus an additional damage reduction of 20%, and launches an additional attack that has a high chance of becoming a super attack when key is 18 or more. Launches an additional super attack when key is 20 or more. Creates domain City Future Rainy for 5 turns from the 5th turn from the start of the turn. I think this is just an involuntary domain. You can't control this one. While the domain city is active, change int key spheres to STR at the start of the character's attacking turn and performs a critical hit when activating the active skill or when key is 24. So for the first 5 turns, while you're building up this passive, you are given not only 20%, 20%, but also 40%. And then once you fully built up his passive and you've given him full key and you are now in the future city, you will then lose the damage reduction, but you will have gained all of this while also greatly and massively raising your attack and defense. This guy is looking pretty good, and we haven't even finished this unit's ability. What does the domain do? And also, critical is taken care of when you activate the active skill. So the active skill now, spoiler alert, can be activated when the domain is active. So when that happens, turn 5, you activate this. Massively raise attack temporarily, cause ultimate damage, and key +5, defense +20 permanently for the rest of the battle. That is a permanent stat boost. And then on top of that, the domain increases damage received by extreme class allies and enemies by 30%. So this is the direct answer to the Infinity Zamasu active or domain in part 1. So this unit, while it may not be the Goku Black, this unit is looking really, really good. And I was actually, when I was reading this on stream, I was thinking, you know what, this guy, like, while people may be hating the unit right now, they are quickly going to change their tune when they realize just how good this guy can be. So again, render final judgment once we get to see the units in action. But until then, let me know what you think about this unit on a scale of 1 to 10. Is this any good? Is this bad? Are you so against the fact that we don't have Goku Black that you don't really want to really see what this unit does or care what he does? I don't know. I do understand. I am also upset. I think that I was mentioning this on the live stream. My initial reaction is this is all about the Future Saga both in Z and in Super. It's full of enemies. It's a dismal, bleak future. You really need to, you know, phone that in by giving us villains. This is, I think, a misstep not giving us a villain, at least one villain. I went ahead and I said 2 villains, and I even made a prediction. I said STR Rose and int androids. And we kind of just got the reverse of that, the opposite of that. So, I mean, I don't know. Let me know your thoughts about that. They also gave us an announcement for the sub EZAs, which we'll talk about. Actually, let me just, protecting the same future. Future Gohan from Dragon Ball Z fought till the end with his own power and entrusted his hope to Trunks. Okay. While future Trunks, who inherited Gohan's hope, borrowed everyone's power to fight in Dragon Ball Super. So this is kind of the narrative that drives this part 2. So while some of you guys may disagree with this premise, I get it. Trust me, I agree with you, but this is what they're going for. So in terms of theme, I like what they did. I like that the Gohan, you know, it's kind of like the passing of the torch across 2 different series. I think poetically it does fit. Again, I think it doesn't excuse the fact that we needed a villain. We didn't get one, so I'm not happy about that. But then they also gave us the sub EZAs. So these are the 4 sub EZAs: Int Zamasu, STR Trunks, Tech, Super Saiyan Gohan, and the AGL Goku, or the Trunks and Mai. A lot of you guys actually called this one, and I was quick to reject that. So for those of you who said this and I said no, I apologize, because you were right. We're getting this one. And that actually, I think, is going to be really, really good. This guy's got a guaranteed crit against Zamasu, or I think it's just Zamasu. So I'm wondering what they're going to do to expand this unit's ability. Are they just going to make it focused against Zamasu? Or are they going to expand the abilities to focus elsewhere, to work outside of a Future Saga opponent? I don't know. So let me know what you guys think about these sub EZAs. But now let's wrap up the video by watching these animations. So let's do it. Let's start with, let me just play this for you. This is what the animation looks like. This is the LR. This is the standby. This is the base LR. This is the standby / finisher thingy. And then this is what the Gohan looks like. The Gohan is a Dokkan original. So you're going to see Piccolo and Goku in the back, which that is a tearjerker. So that's like a father-son. Oh my God, I don't want to say father-son coming out. That just makes me want to cry even more. All right, here we go. Let's play this. Let me pause the music. Let's check this out. What you do this?
Maki made me promise that I would give it back to you.
This is something that I have to do. As a mortal living in this world. To protect everyone and survive with everyone's help. We work together and survive. That's what it means to be mortal! Quickly, Vegeta! Us too!
Goku sounds better. He sounds normal. Thank you. He doesn't sound high-pitched anymore.
I won't let you win! I'll never let you destroy our will to live!
There you go. That is the Trunks. Now, I will admit, the animations do seem a bit choppy at times. Like right here, the light forming up at the top seems very framey. I initially thought my computer was freezing, but that's just that. This could just be the video. I'm hoping it won't be like that when we actually get the unit. But in terms of the animations, I feel like this one's a little bit more basic, less detail, I guess, less polish. But that's just my gut reaction. In terms of the actual unit, I'm still excited. Even though I think some people are feeling a little bit mixed about the build overall, I still am very excited for this because Trunks deserves something, right? At least he got something. So now let's go take a look at the Gohan. This is the unit's LR animations again. So let's go play these right now. History of Trunks is my favorite, so, you know, I might tear up. Not that you're going to see it.
I will protect Earth.
domain, the place where he died. Look at the background. It's literally where he died. It's right there. That's where Gohan lies. That's this domain.
I will defeat you!
Stop acting like a pampered baby, Gohan!
I know you've got more power in you!
Oh my god. Okay, yeah. There are only two animations, two LRs that have made me tear up. One, actually three. I'm a pampered baby. There are 3 units that have ever made me tear up. Number 1, most recently, is obviously this, because this is the father-son attack. But the Tapion Minosha one made me tear up, and the Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta active skill during 7 year. I love this so much that this makes me forget Goku Black. I wish Goku Black was here, but this is a fine alternative for me. So there you have it. That is the full breakdown of what the units do, the sub-easy announcement, as well as the animations. Let me know in the comments what you guys think about all of this stuff, because I think we're going to do a reaction video to what you guys have to say. Guys, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, oops, wrong one. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to leave a like down below. Let me know in the comments your thoughts on the animations, the LRs, all of your thoughts about what's just happened here. Are you sad that we're not getting a Goku Black Rose? Do you think that with this announcement, a part 3 banner could be on the horizon? It seems like such a gargantuan mishap to not include the villains in a little bit more focused capacity. That, do you think that a part 3 banner could be on the horizon? I'd love to know what you guys think. Let me know all of your thoughts and more in the comments down below. Also, be sure to subscribe for more Dokkan content in the future and click the notification bell so that you'll let you know you want to see more of my stuff. Do it. Thanks again. Stay tuned, and I'll remember to Dokkan responsibly.